Welcome, everybody. This is Russ Cowley, Director of Global Support for Rain International. We appreciate you for taking some time and reviewing this presentation where I'm specifically going to talk about the back office. As each one of you have come and partnered with Rain International as either product user or as an individual that recognizes the opportunity, the business behind this. Now, if you're in either one of those categories, understanding your back office is valuable because even as a customer, you have access to a back office that truly is a matter of a reordering mechanism, updating your information, for example. We'll get into and show you that. If you're a distributor and you're really interested in creating some residual income or just a matter of building a structure sufficient enough to get your product for free, this overview that I'm going to share with you today is going to be very important. It'll help you get ahead of the information that you need to know so that you can be more prepared to really, again, maximize all that Rain International has when it comes to the business side of the company. So first and foremost, let's just reemphasize how beautiful it is to be part of Rain International. Be able to be part of a company that really recognizes as seeds, these are the source of all nutrition. And we get to take that message to the world. And over the years, there's been a tremendous amount of individuals who've had so many fantastic and wonderful experiences with our products, really. I mean, now that we have 5 or so different products, it truly is a fantastic time to be part of Rain. And as you really start grasping that and sharing these beautiful products, then you start really, again, that need to be able to really understand your back office and how to incorporate that. So let's jump into this and really get right from the get-go. When you become a distributor and you enroll, you sign up, you get an access to this back office. You'll have a user ID number, which is your distributor number, or what we call a Rain partner. And then a password that will be emailed to you is a temporary password. Once you gain access to the back office, you can go and change your password within the My Account settings, and we'll review each one of these sections. As a matter of fact, what we'll do along the top here, you'll see where it says Dashboard, My Account, Commissions, Orders, Organization, Corporate, and Events. We're going to hit on each one of these in this presentation today. So perhaps maybe a little bit longer than some other modules that we'll have that will break down each one of those categories even more detailed. This is going to be an important presentation, again, for you to get that base understanding of this back office. So first thing, when you log in, the very first view you are going to see is your dashboard. This gives you a snapshot on your business. It explains to you, again, right there at the top about the current period that we are in. This is the commissions. Every week from Wednesday at 12:01 a.m. to Tuesday at midnight is the commissions period. And so it tells you how much time is left within this commissions period to go and maximize, to hit rank, to earn additional bonuses, whatnot, within the company and the business. Underneath the rank advance, it gives you an outline of telling you where you're at now with the rank requirements, and then also your next steps or your accomplishments. On the auto ship section, tells you again, is everything on your auto ship set up? Is it in place? If for some reason it's not active or it's not working, then it will have a red line within that section, and you'll want to be able to follow up on that by going to your auto ship section within your dashboard, and we'll show that. Below here, you've got a couple of sections. First of all, in the green there along the top, this is your leg volume. What is producing on your left leg, what is producing on your right leg. This view is an accrual view that you'll see each week. It accrues up. It'll bring in the carry forward volume that you had last week, and anything new that's accruing will be posted and shown right here. Now, total orders is how many orders within your entire organization that you've had. The auto volume, if you're on an auto volume component, which is a fantastic feature that we have here at Rain, where you can buy the product in a +6 pack or a +3 pack, get your product, and then be able to have that volume spread over a period of months. So it'll tell you what the auto volume amount is and how many months you have remaining. Sample credits, we'll discuss this, a very, very neat and important feature, creating an opportunity for you to share the product with just by going into your back office, and then we will send that out on your behalf. Total left team count, total right team count, these are individuals, RAIN partners specifically within your organization. RAIN partner team points, a fantastic and critical aspect to your business, and we'll discuss RAIN partner teams. And then your personally sponsored, active on the left and active on the right. Again, each one of these views on the dashboard, why they are there is because these are really key components to your business. Understanding these aspects is going to put you, again, way ahead and be able to maximize this opportunity. And then, of course, the next order due will show there. Let's jump into each one of these a little bit more. Now, when you click on dashboard along the top there, it's going to give you several options. First and foremost, I want to run across. If you want to enroll a new distributor, click enroll new distributor. If you want to be able to enroll a customer, now this is a auto ship customer. So someone who commits to having a regular monthly order. Click on enroll customer. If they're just going to be a retail customer, meaning they'll pay retail prices and then they can order whenever they want, they don't have to commit to an auto ship. They'll pay a little bit more for that, but we don't make them have to go on an auto ship. However, the ones that do, like yourselves as RAIN partners or preferred customers, they again get a discount. They get a benefit because what that does for the company is we're able to better forecast what is upcoming on the auto ships, and it prepares a better forecast for inventory control management. And then certainly for you, the benefit is giving a discount. So it really is a fantastic and beautiful partnership. And then certainly upgrading your account. You can go into this piece and you can upgrade your position if you're at a one business center, for example, and you want to fully maximize everything that you're building and everything that RAIN has to offer. You'll want to upgrade your account to a 3 business position, for example. Now, within the holding tank, this is an important piece, and I want to hit on this. Because of the holding tank and the leverageability that this gives to you as you go out and build your organization, there's a tremendous amount of value in this. As a new RAIN partner, or even maybe someone who's been around a little bit, I want you to go into our training site, and I'll show you that at the end, of how important it is to get in there and look at the RAIN cycle. That is a system component, and it will teach you how you can, again, network leveraging this holding tank. But for this purpose, real high levels, when you bring somebody into the business, you don't have to immediately place them, which that creates for you a leverageable component where you can then have that person placed in the right spot to what you're recruiting. For example, if I want to go recruit my best friend and my best friend knows another friend and I'm going to recruit these individuals, I want to make sure that they get in structure in order to what I spoke to them or when I talked to them. Important pieces, we'll get into that when we get into the specific module of, again, the holding tank. But really cool feature, when you have someone placed in there, you click over there on place, and then you'll have this screen. You can choose to put them on the bottom left, the bottom right, or even a manual placement. So if you select manual placement, it'll bring up to you your tree view, and you'll simply click on one of those shadowed icons there. When you click on that, that will then put that individual into that spot in your tree. Now, a very important piece to structure is always stay to the outside left and the outside right. That will create the maximum leverageability for you and your positions, while also encouraging others to do the same. Creates a great, strong structure. Never place anybody on an inside position, because one of the great things about how our compensation is structured is like the seed. It is concentrated. Therefore, this compensation is concentrated too, when you only have to worry about a left and a right side. And then those legs that you're building, you can maximize the leverageability. And this is, again, information you can learn in the RAIN cycle. Now, let me note here as well. Within the dual team compensation component, this structure is the one way that we pay is through the dual team. Meaning, when you have your left and your right side, and that volume builds up, we pay that out. But there's only one aspect of the dual team, and that's just the middle part of our compensation plan. The back end really boils down to generational components within the sponsoring tree. That we'll show you when we get in detail here as well. Next, the document library. So important to hop into here to get all the reports and the information, the tools, the literature, the compensation, the policies, all various things. So you click on document library, you're going to see the various languages. We are a global company. We have a lot of languages that we are working with. So you can first click on the language you want, and then it will break down for you the various categories for the documents. And then the RAIN partner teams. I mentioned this earlier as I shared with you on the dashboard how important it is to have RAIN partner teams. Well, let me teach you why. In the RAIN partner teams, you are creating a miniature structure, and you'll do these miniature structures again and again and again and again and again. And before long, you're going to have a very strong, solid, robust structure. As you build this, as you focus on RAIN partner teams, we also add on there an additional promotion, which is to say this, that when you build a live RAIN partner team, you can earn up to $260 of product credit. Now, a live RAIN partner team are these individuals, you yourself, and then 2 that you personally sponsored, and then when those 2 personally sponsor 2 of their own, and all 7 have an active order, a minimum of a 50 CV order, that is a live RAIN partner team. What's great about this is that these same individuals, as long as they're on an auto ship, for example, that they all have an order each month, that still will count as a RAIN partner team. A lot of folks will, expect, a lot of companies, they'll only have you be able to build one structure, and then once that pays out in a promotion or a free product, you have to build another one again. But we, here at RAIN, it's the same people. As long as they have another order, then you get these benefits. So as you build this up, you're going to get product credit, you're going to get qualification volume, and again, that CV will be put in the dual team to be paid out. This happens as you build this out every single month. You'll be able to, again, have a very minimal overhead, getting free product, which we love, right? And then being able to be commissions qualified is just a fantastic thing. So we focus on RAIN partner teams. So back to the dashboard here. When you click on this RAIN partner teams, it's going to take you to a view where you're going to see what commissions period it is by month on this, how many potential individuals you have that can complete a RAIN partner team, and then how many full RAIN partner teams that you have. Now, again, some of the finite details are going to have you understand the difference between a sponsorship tree and a placement tree. As I mentioned a moment ago, the placement tree is the left, the right side, the middle part of our plan. Everybody in your group who is a RAIN partner will go either on your left side or your right side. But in the sponsorship tree, that is where individuals are tied to you. If you personally sponsor somebody and then they sponsor somebody else, that is, again, a sponsor tree component. So when we put on here that RAIN partners are based on sponsorship tree, it doesn't matter if they're on your left or right side. As long as you get 2 people and help those 2 get 2, you're going to create a RAIN partner team. So what would be a fantastic challenge for you and something that many people do just as part of the basis understanding, because it is so simple, is to go get 2 on your left, get 2 on your right, help those 4 each get 2 of their own. When you do something like that, you're going to create 2 RAIN partner teams. This is going to give you $130 product credit. It's going to give you that 100 PVQ, and that 100 will go into that dual team commissions. Because again, each time that you build and have a complete live RAIN partner team, it gives you $65 product credit, 50 PVQ, and 50 CV, the dual team. So this here will show you in May for example, this test account had 2 Rain Partner teams in it. And that's, again, indicated by these icons that you can see. Really straightforward. Underneath My Account, let's move into this. This is really where you have your information, your shipping, your billing, your commissions, how you can set a default within your placement. Very important to get that to a point where you want to leverage the holding tank, but just make sure that those are placed by Tuesday night. But let's go in here, for example, within your general settings. Be sure your emails are correct. Be sure that individuals in your organization, that their emails are correct, not only for your communication with them and your being able to get a hold of them through that function, but also for us to be able to send them communication and information. It ties very directly, of course, to their orders, their auto ship, their commissions. Make sure the emails are properly set up. Also, you get a replicated site. It's part of being a Rain Partner. We just give it to you. So that replicated site, you'd put that name in here. And then your replicated site becomes myrainlife.com / and in this case, My Rain site. You can put your name. You can put whatever you would like. Keep it clean, keep it good. We audit those, certainly. But a lot of them fill up. So be creative, but be sure to leverage that replicated site, as it is indeed a fantastic tool. Down at the bottom of this, you'll see your commissions payout. When you click this, this is, again, a fantastic piece where you get to choose, do I want it direct deposited into my checking account or my savings account, whatnot, or do I want to have a Paylutions card? Again, by doing this Paylutions card, it will give you access to a Paylutions account where you can get a Rain card. It's a great little marketing piece, of course, when you pay with your Rain card. But it also, again, will put the money right into that account, and you're able to manage that through this option. You also, though, can manage it through the Rain wallet underneath the Commissions tab. We'll discuss that here in just one moment. Underneath your commissions, you have, of course, the commissions button, and each one of these blue links is a link towards you being able to get more details on how those commissions were earned each and every week. So you can click on that particular week, for example. You can click on the first order bonus, and that will tell you who you got from a first order bonus. First order bonuses obviously are paid out to you from individuals you personally sponsor. First order bonus match, when you get one of those, that means that you helped somebody get a personally sponsored of their own. But it is all detailed right here. Underneath the volume button, now this is an important thing to understand, as this really tracks and trends your volume that's being generated in your organization from a dual team perspective. First and foremost, when you click on here, you're going to see the dates, right? And you're going to see right now, there's a series of 3 consecutive 9/1 to 9/7, for example. Well, that indicates the business centers. So if you have 1 business center, 2 business center, or 3 business center. Right now, I'll tell you, the focus is business center 1. Let the business center 2 and 3 simply accrue volume as you build business center 1. And then once you max out the business center 1, you can start building business center 2 and then therefore 3. The next column over is your qualification volume. You know, to maximize this compensation plan, you need to have 200 personal qualifying points. That will be indicated here. But just to stay active, 50 is all you need. There's some other things within our compensation plan that you'll want to have at least 100, but this will tell you what you have. And that will stay consistent as you're on an auto ship or you get more orders coming in, perhaps maybe through customers, which is a cool thing. It also goes to your qualifying volume. The new PV is what happened within that week with a new volume. So if you had an order or you had a personally sponsored customer that had an order, that becomes a new PV for you. Now, what's really neat about the way that Byron's built this compensation plan and how this ties into here to the back office is that we will let you carry forward volume, both from a group perspective, but also from a dual team perspective that you see here. So this box that's on the far right side of your screen, that is what was left over from the week previous. And as long as you stay active, that will all roll in to, again, the current week. So those two boxes will always stay the same. Leftover and then the carry. Each week it will follow that same pattern. Now, the next one is we add the left and the right. Now, what those columns represent are the new volume on the left and the right side in that week. Now, if you'll go back with me and look at that dashboard had a green section when it said the leg volume. If you actually click on that green button, it'll take you to this screen. On that green icon, the numbers that you see there are, again, this new left and right. The reason why we focus on that, folks, is because we want you to be aware of your accrual volume. Your weekly accrue on the left, the weekly accrue on the right. Now, if you are accruing at a higher rate on your strong side, then of course you're going to focus on the lesser side or the pay side. If you're accruing a lower rate on your strong side and your weak side's moving up, of course you maximize commissions, but that pattern and that trend will eventually catch up to you where you'd switch sides. So what we really want you to focus, because again, this is again a middle part of a compensation plan. You only need 5,000 on the lesser side to hit the highest levels of the company. Now, you want to get to 100,000 lesser side to max that component out, right? But we want you to watch your weekly accrual rate. That'll help you stay ahead of the game and really build a structure that's going to be very robust, that'll be long-lasting, that'll really be meaningful to you. Okay, now those two columns, though, the carry and the new, total out how much volume you have. And then whatever that lesser side is, or the pay side, okay, we minus that out in cycle rates. The cycle rate is 300. So when you have a lesser side of 600, for example, then it will cycle twice. It'll be a 2 right there. And then we'll pay you that out in commissions. And then whatever's left over, it's again carried forward to the next week, which is absolutely fantastic. Important view, an important screen to watch your growth and watch your trend. It gets really exciting when you start seeing your accrual and the volume rolling in. Those legs get deeper and deeper. Individuals are contributing to that. And you get to be able to see how fantastic this business model is. Hey, again, continued under commissions is the rank. When you click on the rank here, it's going to show you what first your current rank this week is. You can click on that drop-down function there in the middle of the screen, and you can set yourself some goals on what you want to hit. For example, though, if this position in this week wanted to hit the rank of a bronze, then it would tell you, well, my personal qualification volume's covered. I've got that. It's required at 100, and I have 160. It needs to have one active person on my left, one active person on my right. I've got 3 and 4 respectively. The lesser side component is I need to have at least 1,500 on my lesser side. There's 545. So I know my call to action is to go out and get, again, another 1,000 points on that lesser side so I can check that one off the list. Now that's going to, again, become between my efforts and those efforts in my organization on my weak side there. And then certainly building a manager team. Oh, folks, manager teams are so important. When we get to organization, I'm really going to hit on that. And then the Rain Wallet, finally, as I had mentioned a moment ago. You can click on Rain Wallet, and this will show you the balance that you have if you choose to keep it in your Rain Wallet. You can go into your settings, and here you can select how much you want to keep in the Rain Wallet on an ongoing basis until that Rain Wallet will flush and it will be paid out to what you had selected. So if you have a direct deposit, for example, and you set this to $250, it won't deposit until you get more than $250. What a lot of people do is they'll set this at, maybe 10,000. And then they know that they either can use that Rain Wallet as a way to pay for products and spot orders, or they can have it and say, you know what, I'm going to pay out some funds to myself. I'm going to give myself a paycheck next Friday. I'm going to go in, whatever that balance may be, if it's $5,000 or $1,000. I'm going to take my wife out to a nice dinner. I'm going to put in there the amount of $200. I'll make a little note for myself, and then the next Friday, it'll pay $200, and I'm going to have a nice date with my wife that weekend. Pretty neat little feature that's built into this back office. Now, under orders, very straightforward here. Your orders, your history of what you have ordered. It has the tracking components in there so you can ensure and track those orders. Also, underneath the order screen, when you want to get sample credits. Now, again, back to the dashboard when we recall, mentioning about how fantastic the sample program is, here's how you get sample credits to send out sample orders. When you click on the orders, you're going to get to a screen that looks like this. Right there in the dead center, it says 1 sample credit for $2, and you get a CV for that. Now, that's a big deal, just so you know. Okay. Now, what's neat is that when you come in, you get all these credits. So buy 50 credits. Go spend $100. You're going to see the return on this. I'll show you. You come in here to say send sample credits. So you click on here. You select the country you want it to go to. You select which pack you want to send. Is it just a sole sample? Is it maybe a core sample? Or maybe you want a fused sample that has our black and our latte in that. Comes with a brochure, includes the shipping for 8 credits. Okay? So watch this. When you click on that, you choose the option. You're going to say, I want to send it to Jimmy Joe, put the address in, hit next. We take care of the rest. We'll send it out, and you just need to let Jimmy Joe know that you have sent them a sample pack and to keep an eye out for it. But when you break down the cost for this and you show what each one of those items are individually that you would have to pay, you're looking at about $21. The sample credits, again, for 8 would be $16. You're saving $5.78. The core, you're saving even more money with that. And the fused, same thing. So what you find is that this route of sending out samples, you can't do it cheaper, and we give you CV for that. So be sure to use the sample program to get product out. We find that as you share this, you sample it, be that giving them a packet, getting information from them, following up with them, using the sample program, following up with them, that people find that the product just speaks to them. It just is a fantastic source. When you consider seeds, it is the source of nutrition. And then the sample history can tell you who you have sent them to. Again, a great little thing to follow up with. Now, under organization, first of all, you have your tree view. Again, this is the placement view. Your left, your right side, the activity, what's going on. But again, a reminder, stay to your outside left, your outside right. Don't worry about building those inside centers on 2 and 3, as I said a moment ago, but rather keep to the outside left, the outside right. Let those business center 2 and 3 accrue volume as you build out, and max out that first center as you build out, and the other volume accrue as you build out that one. Your sponsorship tree, this is individuals. These are all the people that you have personally sponsored. When there's a little plus box there next to a name, that indicates that they have personally sponsored somebody as well. So you can dig down and see how well an individual is doing and be able to encourage them to do more and more. If you have people that haven't personally sponsored somebody, then you know that, all right, I got to go to work, I got to help them so that they can take full advantage of all things RAIN. Under your organization views, this gets a little bit more detailed. It tells you, again, a little bit more about your tree reports, your personally sponsored list, as you see here, which is when you click on that, it'll show you all of your personally sponsored RAIN partners and your customers as well. Under your organization volume, this leg volume report is fantastic. This will tell you every single person on your left side or your right side who has put an order in this particular week. So you can go in there, you can see where the volume's coming from. Over on the sponsor tree auto ship, tells you who's on auto ship, when it's coming, so you can get a little forecast. But you also can see if it's not on for somebody. You can follow up with them and ensure that they are on auto ship and understand the value and the benefits from that. And then finally, the sponsor group volume. Folks, this is really the back end to the compensation plan. I've talked a lot about how the dual team's a middle. This sponsor group volume is the back. And what that means is that all the individuals that you've personally sponsored are going to create an organization. They're going to build out volume as well. And so down here on the bottom, this sponsor leg details is telling you where those volume are coming from. So you want to build these individuals, help them get people, and as that volume grows, then you're really going to start setting yourself up for greater success and hitting the higher ranks of the compensation plan. Now, if you're just starting, you're new, you don't need to worry too much about this sponsor group volume. Just stick to RAIN partner teams. And then organization rank. Here is such an important thing. It's why I put 2 arrows on this. But under your sponsor tree rank advance, this will list out who is in your organization. It'll tell you their lifetime rank and what they are in that current week. So you can see, for example, maybe that individual on the bottom, they've hit silver before, but if you click on that bronze, it will tell you what they need to do to hit silver again. Then you can call them with a purpose. Say, hey, I noticed that if you only need another 200 volume, what can I do to help you with that? Are you aware of that? This report here is something that as you get used to using, you're going to be able to find that you are helping more and more people. And that's the way to really take full advantage, is to just go out and help more people take advantage of RAIN's compensation. Underneath the manager builder, you'll see a list of names. These are anyone who was in your sponsor tree that is yet to hit the rank of manager, or maybe they have and they just aren't this week. But manager builder, because managers are so critical to our compensation plan, because it is the first rank, we want you to know specifically who the individual is so you can again help them hit the rank of manager. So again, as you click on this particular ID number, it's going to take you to a view where you can see what they need to do. It is listed in order by who is closest to be hitting the rank of a manager. So you click on that and it'll tell you, well, in this case, they've got 100, so that's covered, although this is indicating that they have a gold pack. But to become a manager, it needs to take 50 CV, they have 100. Left side, they've got 1 personally active, so I need to help this person get 1 active on the right and help them get some lesser side volume. Again, you can call that person then with a purpose and let them know that you're there to help them. In the manager builder list here, take special note of this. This here will show you a leg associated number. When the number is the same, that is indicated that they are coming from the same leg, the same personally sponsored individual. When you understand our compensation plan, one of the fantastic things about it is you don't have to have your personally sponsored people hit a rank. So many compensation plans require you that. We don't. We say if you sponsored somebody and they led you to somebody else, who led you to somebody else, who built an organization, that person will count as a manager team. That will be a component for you. So as these both have the 32, what that will relate back to is your sponsorship tree. So in this case, leg 32 is General Marketing Malaysia. Then you know that those 2 individuals are underneath that leg, but it doesn't matter. I can go help these 2 and I still get credit for a manager team. Oh, do you realize how fantastic that is? If you've been around network marketing and these businesses, you'll understand how big and how awesome that when we talk about a compensation and a system built for RAIN partners, for distributors, it was built by distributors. There's a big difference in that. And the more you understand, that is a magnificent arrow in your quiver to go out and talk to people about how distributor-friendly and minded RAIN International is. But just know this. When you think about manager legs, okay, if you need 2 manager legs, for example, they just need to come from different legs. So you need to get a 32 and maybe then that 29. that individual. Just make sure they're different legs. And you create more legs for you by personally sponsoring more and more people. Okay, then finally, the corporate events page, corporate and events page, will say, hey, here's the corporate details, phone numbers, addresses to our offices. Under the events, this will take you to our calendar of events. And regardless of what market you're in, you can select the region. You can add a RAIN partner event, or you can request a guest or a corporate guest. You can click on there, you look at the calendar, see what's upcoming. There's a lot of calls, RAIN partner meetings, corporate webinars. There's a lot of things that we put on here, so it's very important to your daily method of operation. And then finally, the resources. I mentioned at the top about the training site and being able to go into the training site, click on downloads, get that RAIN cycle. Click on the training pieces and watch the videos that are there on product and system and comp. And again, there'll be more and more back office modules there that you'll see that you too can then take and get a little bit more detailed on each one of these sections that we talked about today. We are so grateful and so proud to be part of this company, to represent the world leader of seed nutrition, RAIN International. So we look forward to you to take this information, become very familiar with your back office, look in there, find your individuals, track those out, maximize every component of it. It is indeed a robust back office, and it is a system that undoubtedly you're going to see as a tremendous asset as you build out your business. Imagine for a second, again, when you think about traditional business, no doubt there's going to be an accountant, a books, they're going to have their customer deck, they're going to have everything. This is what this gives you, is that resource and that access to knowing how your business is thriving, where you see the strengths at, and how to continue to build upon those strengths while being targeted and focused on really taking care of those business activities and building. Again, helping individuals, identifying them, and knowing what needs to happen for them and what needs to happen for you. We absolutely appreciate you. We love you. We love RAIN International, and we want you to have a fantastic, great day. Thanks for listening. This is, again, Russel Cowley from the corporate office, the Global Support Director, signing out. Let's go make it rain. Bye-bye.